Hey there viewers, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Matthew and we are doing the marathon playthrough of Police Quest 1. We're now up to part 5. This is a very long game for Sierra. The only longer ones that I can think of from this era are possibly Quest for Glory. There's a lot of elements to this and a lot of it is just procedural stuff. It's not that it's slow paced, it really isn't. There's just a lot to do. So we've broken this one up. This is the 5th part, and this will be the last one because we are kind of on the home stretch. Just picking up where we left off, we have just returned back to the police headquarters. We've done a deal with Sweet Cheeks Marie to help us infiltrate the Hotel Delphoria gambling ring, which is where we believe Jesse Baines, who's the ringleader of the the drug cartel that's taken over the town, sort of resides, and we can possibly make friends with him and, well, make friends as a relative. We can meet him and then arrest him at a later date. So we've also found that Jason Taselli, the person we arrested earlier, was found dead at Cotton Cove, and we've had to identify him. So it appears that Jesse Baines is tying up a lot of loose ends around the place. So here we are back in Dooley's office, setting up for the Hotel Delphoria operation. So, basically, he says, actually it's not Sergeant Dooley, it's Lieutenant Morgan, my bad. I've devised a plan to infiltrate the gambling scene at the Hotel Delphoria, Lieutenant Morgan begins. Sonny, I want you to check into the hotel under the name Jimmy Lee Bankston. He continues, meet Sweet Cheeks in the hotel cocktail lounge. Signal Sweet Cheeks you're ready to begin with the operation by ordering a drink. She'll pretend to recognize you as Whitey, an old friend recently released from prison. She'll introduce you to the bartender Woody Roberts, whom we believe is the contact man for the backroom hustle. You'll be carrying a large sum of money, in marked bills of course, and will pretend to be eager for action. Lieutenant Morgan concludes, since Laura developed your disguise, I'll let her fill you in on its details. Uh-oh. Sonny, I've picked out a white suit for you, Laura says, and by the way, we've decided your hair must be bleached. You walk with the aid of this special cane. Its handle is really a detachable 22 caliber Magnum Derringer. When the need arises, you'll carry a voice transmitted disguised as a plain looking ballpoint pen. Laura adds, I've picked up these supplies at the beauty shop. Take this bottle of bleach cream activated into the shower and bleach your hair. That's all I have, concludes Laura. Sweet Cheeks, do you have anything to add? In an excited voice, Sweet Cheeks says, Oh, Sonny, I'm so happy I get to work with you. Why, it almost brings a tear to my eye. I'm looking forward to spending tonight with you at the Hotel Delphoria, my precious. She winks at you. Sweet Cheeks says, Lieutenant Morgan, why don't you head on... Oh, sorry, Sweet Cheeks, says Lieutenant Morgan. Why don't you head on over to the hotel? Sonny will follow shortly. Alright, so she kind of wanders off. Thanks for your help, Laura, Morgan says. That's all for now. Alright. Lieutenant Morgan instructs you, Sonny, after you bleach your hair and change clothes, report back to me. I have more instructions for you. Oh, here we go. Sergeant Dooley, his voice crackling, interrupts the meeting. It is my regretful duty to inform you that I've just received a phone call from Jack Cobb. His daughter Kathy just died without ever regaining consciousness. Effective immediately, Jack is on extended family leave. Jack's taking this really hard. His brother is staying with him and he requests no visitors. I'm sure our sympathy goes out to Jack in his time of need. So yeah, that's pretty rough. So it's really important we shut down this drug ring. Hatred wells up inside you. You vow revenge for Kathy's senseless death by tracking down the dope world animals responsible. Lieutenant Morgan speaks softly. Sonny, the sooner you get into the scene at the Hotel Delphoria, the sooner we can neutralize those bloodsuckers. Alright. Let's finish and see this through. So, we've got some bleach, we've got some new clothes, and basically, we're going to head off to the Hotel Del Foria, and that's where everything's going to come to an end. So, for one last time, we head into the locker room. The other thing that's a bit weird about this game is that there is no passage of time, really. Well, there is, but that's weird. In Police Quest 2, you kind of clock out a shift and you go home, and then you come back, which is a bit more realistic. But this one, you just kind of continuously keep on going. Alright, so we need to use this bleach. Use bleach. Rinse hair. Great anticipation, you carefully rinse the bleach from your hair. At last, you'll find out if blondes really have more fun. Okay. Open the old locker. Alright, take suit, I think they call it. Now, we don't want to take anything else because obviously we're going undercover. Close the old locker. How wonderful. 15 years of service have come to this, wearing a suit to meet a hooker. Now, that's professional advancement. Wouldn't your mum be proud? Well, you're doing it to stop a drug ring, so you're doing a pretty good job. Alright. I've never actually tried to play this and take the, your weapon and all that stuff with you and see if it kind of ruins the game. But I think they pat you down before you go into the where they have the gambling. And I dare say if you've got your weapon on you there, they'll either A, you'll end up dead, or B, they'll just take it off you and say no weapons in here or something like that. Alright, let's head on in to the Lieutenant's office for the last time. Come over to my desk, I have some things to discuss with you. After you infiltrate the gambling activities at the hotel, contact me. I'll send over a team of detectives to serve as your backups. This envelope contains $1,000 in marked $100 bills. Use your head, Sonny, and don't forget, we want Mr. Big. Just then, the office intercom squelches. Lieutenant Morgan, homicide detective Oscar Hamilton on the line. Patiently wait while Morgan grumbles on the phone. When the conversation ends, Morgan relates Hamilton's comments on the floater found this morning at Cotton Cove. Sonny, it seems that Hoffman Taselli was shot execution style before he decided to take his little swim. It looks like you're walking right into the Dragon's Lair at the Hotel Del Foria. Be careful, boy. Well, that's it here. Now go meet Sweet Cheeks and get this campaign rolling. Now, here's a little trick. If we... Alright. So if you look phone here, you can see the number is 555-6674. Remember he said you need to call me when things get settled in? If you fail to write down this number, it is still possible. You have to call directory assistance and ask for Lieutenant's name. But yeah, it's a lot easier if you just get the phone number off his phone. Alright, so let's save the game. So this will be going to hotel. Oh, you better return the radio extender. Ugh. Okay, yes, let's return the radio extender. So yeah, I guess if you had your weapon on you at that point, it probably would have said the same thing. Alright. Now that that's done, we should be free to head over. So yeah, this is the climax of the game coming up. We won't be going back to the PD from this point onwards. So everything else is going to take place at the Hotel Del Foria. right up until we catch Jesse Baines. Now the only thing that's kind of, I guess, well, frustrating is the wrong term. One thing that takes a bit of luck and chance is you are playing real games of poker. So you winning is on probability of chance. Obviously it's computer simulated. But you need to win a lot of hands to make it into the high stakes game. Because they kind of start you off on like the pleb league. Just to make sure that you're, you know, not a plant or, well, I guess you are a plant, but they want to make sure that you can at least play poker, I guess. Alright, so we're going to use the full throttle method to get over to the Delphoria. And then we will meet in the bar and play a few hands of poker. Luck is with us with the lights, which is great. And luck is still with us with the lights, except this purple car may... Yep, that would have been a crash. Even though theoretically they had to give way to me. I think the Delphoria is one over from here, but we're about to find out. Yes, it is. Likewise with this little grey car here. Alright. So here comes some fun parking. Let's just drop it back to regular speed. Cool. Park. So this is a fairly fancy looking hotel, I guess. It's like a doorman. But nonetheless, it's got some very undesirable people living here. So let's call this at hotel. Give the old bell a ring. Check in. We have vacancy in room 204 on the second floor. All our rooms are very clean and nicely furnished. That'll be $100, please. Pay. Give money. Oh, damn. That's wrong. Ring bell. Ask about room. Oh, damn. Ring bell. Check in. You hand the clerk $100. He asks you to fill out the registration card. You do under the name of Jimmy Lee Bankston. Thank you very much, sir. Here are your keys. Hope you enjoy your stay. Just fill out the register, blah, blah, blah. Take the elevator, second floor. Excellent. So now we need to go meet Sweet Cheeks. So over here is the bar. And I believe all I need to do is order a drink. Order drink. Whiskey. Coming right up. Sweet Cheeks pretends she's just noticed you. Whitey, is that you? She shouts. Oh, Whitey, it's so good to see you, says Sweet Cheeks, playing her role to the hilt. It's been such a long, long time. Come on, Cheeks, you say. Let's sit there at that table over there. Right, so we're just chilling. No, I can't do anything. Here you are, sir. That'll be $5. Pay for drink. You slip a marked 100 for your wallet and hand it to the bartender. Thank you, sir. I'll be right back with your change. Oh, this is so exciting. I mean, Whitey. Okay, some serious looking dudes have just come wandering through. Let's sort of give a nod to the bartender. Where are they going? Looks like they're going to the back room. You know, Sonny, says Sweet Cheeks softly, I've seen 4 guys go in that door since I got here. Here's your change, sir. Well, how about it, Sweet Cheeks, the bartender says. Are you going to introduce me to your new friend? Woody, I'd like you to meet Jimmy Lee Bankston, but everyone I know calls him Whitey, says Sweet Cheeks. Whitey's a dear old friend that I haven't seen for over a year. She then excuses herself to powder her already heavily powdered nose. The bartender asks you what you do for a living. I'm just presently unemployed. Just taking it easy, you know. Enjoying life and looking for a good time, you tell him. I've just finished doing a little time for embezzlement and haven't had a chance to land a job yet, you tell Woody. Acting surprised at your slip, you lower your voice and say, but I'd sure appreciate you keeping that information under your hat, okay? Woody assures that you can trust him. Sweet Cheeks returns, even after the drinks and your conversation with the bartender Woody Roberts is tight-lipped about any backroom gambling. Say, Sweet Cheeks, you say loudly, how'd you like to go to Vegas with me for the weekend? Sweet Cheeks acts quite excited as he accepts your offer. So the guy's not quite biting here yet. Now, she smiled and said, God, this is fun. I can't remember if I have to ask him again or something. Just before leaving the cocktail lounge, you ask Sweet Cheeks to remain at the table while you try to get Woody to open up. Let's ask about gambling. Slip the bartender a 20 and then it happens. Suddenly soft-voiced, the bartender asks, Whitey, exactly what are you looking for in the way of a good time? Just about anything, you tell him, but women, gambling and money top the list. Well, Whitey, Woody whispers, there is a little card game in our back room that's available by invitation only. It's pretty serious. It'll cost you $200 just to get into the game. He continues, if you think you can handle it, come back a little later with the $200 and I'll see what I can do for you. With your heart pounding, you offer him your thanks and assure him you'll be right back after you finish with Sweet Cheeks. Alright. So we're on level 2. So that's where we're going to head. If I remember correctly, and I don't, we're like 200 something. Hotel Del Foria, postage guaranteed. Doesn't tell me the room number though. I think it's down the end of the hall. 203. Nope. Is it 204? Yes, it was. Sweet. Did you get anywhere with the bartender? Precious? Yes. you have enough money to carry on through a gambling session, big boy? How much we got? Money. Yes. Good luck, Sonny. Alright, I don't think we need to call Hamilton yet. And I say that because we haven't really done anything yet. Going to poker. I'm pretty sure after we win the first rounds, what happens is we have to leave because they say come back at a later time to play the big sharks. And at that point, I'm pretty sure we phone it in. But yeah, that's my recollection anyway. We're going to find out. Okay, here we go. So the next part coming up is going to be a lot of card gaming. I am definitely going to skip through... Come on, Marie. There we go. No. Yep, there we go. I'm going to definitely skip through it on the video because it can take a long, long time. You have to win pretty big, from what I remember. Woody glances left then to right. He looks straight into the eyes and whispers, come back after you ditch the broad and I'll see what you can do. Ah, crap. Okay. So, we do need to actually call in. Because we need to call Marie a taxi. Let's do this. Use phone. 411 it. Taxi. 555-922. Okay. Hotel Delphoria. Alright, so you instruct Sweet Cheeks to go to catch a cab to go to the police station. Yeah, because you don't really want her on site anymore. So she goes away. Now we can save the game. Because she's kind of done her bit. She's introduced us. Now we don't really want her in the crossfire of... Well, that's fine. Doesn't matter if the door's locked. Of anything going wrong. Yeah, the good old 4-on-1 comes in clutch with this game. More than once. Alright, press 1. One thing I never understood, though, is why Marie couldn't call herself a taxi. But, you know, I guess you're in command at the moment, so kind of makes sense. Okay. Let's head on back. What'll it be? Poker. Alright, here we go. So we just kind of follow this guy into the back room. Woody raps a staccato rhythm on the door. A panel in the door slides open. Woody whispers through the opening, I've got a new player for you. Come over here, says Woody. I have to frisk you before you can get in. We don't want no trouble around here. Woody tells you, okay, Whitey, have a good time. Okay, so there's only one table, and it's with the two shifty dudes that we saw come in at the beginning. Alright, so talk to men. Men at the table greet you and invite you to join them. Sit. Good evening, gentlemen, you say to the men at the table. I'm Jimmy Lee Bankston. May I join you? Yes, you may, Mr. Bankston, says the man across the table. Have a seat. Alright. Play poker. We'll begin when our other player returns, says Otto. I'm Otto, and to your left is Gene. So we're going to save here. And we just got to wait for this other person to mysteriously reappear. So this Otto and Gene, I can't remember if they're part of Baines' operation or not. But now we have this smooth looking guy come through. Otto introduces you to the newcomer. Frank, this is Mr. Jimmy Lee Bankston. He's going to join us for a few hands. Mr. Bankston, meet Frank. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Bankston, says the newcomer. Let's play poker. Okay. So again, I'll show you kind of how this works. And then once we've done one hand, I have a feeling what we're going to do is I'm just going to blaze through it and just do a jump cut until I've got enough money. Because it's literally just playing through, you know, hand after hand until you win, basically. Now you can see here we have got two pair. So two queens, two queens. So how many $10 chips do you want to bet? Now this is like regular poker. If you push it really high, really fast, they'll all pretty much fold. We've got something pretty decent going here, so we want to get a fair bit in the pot. So I'm going to go 3 chips. So I'm going to raise by 1. Gene's going to call. Otto stands. I am going to ask for 1 card. And I'm going to discard card number 1. So it kind of goes left to right. And then I doubt this is going to... Well, Gene looks like he had a terrible hand. See if Otto's going to take any cards. So yeah, the 3's no real help. But again, 2 pairs pretty good. We definitely want to stay in this. But as you can see, the pace of this is pretty slow. So it takes, you know, quite a long time to get through before we get to the end. So I win with a 2 pair. Luckily, it's the high 2 pair. At this point, you are allowed to save. I'm just going to call it playing poker. Generally speaking with this, you can restore it if you need, and you start running low on money, but you need to win pretty well to actually get invited back. So at this point, let's blaze through it, and we will return when I have enough cash to move on. Okay, so after a marathon session of poker, we finally have won enough money that the game has said, that's enough. So here we are. Well, Mr. Bankston, says Frank, you're a poker player after my own heart. Frank then asks, Whitey, if I may call you that, I understand that you may be looking for work. Yes, I am. Very good. I like your style. How would you like to join me in my suite for a drink, Whitey? Asked Frank. I have a business proposition to discuss with you. Yes. Great. Follow me. Okay. So now we're taking these like really sketchy back stairs up to Frank's suite. Now you got to remember at this point, these are some serious dudes. If they find out who we are in some deep, deep trouble. So we've got the transmitter pen on us. We need to think about how we're going to use it. So we can't really use it now because we're going back, you know, upstairs to a room. It's not very specific. But once we get near the room, then it may be useful to radio our friends that, hey, we're here. And maybe just be outside the door just for some backup, just in case. So these stairs are a bit of a pest trying to navigate using the arrow keys, but it's not super bad. As long as you use the diagonal keys kind of correctly, it'll work. So here we are on floor 4. I'm going to chicken out a little bit here and save my game. So I'll call this Matthew at meeting. Just in case I stuff this up. So as you probably guessed, this guy is the ringleader of all of this operation. Alright, so now if we use the pen, you whisper a soft room 404 into your transmitter pen, informing backup unit of your location. I'm going to do another save here because this can easily go south. Let's just call this Matthew at meeting again's fine. Well, Mr. Bankston, says Baines, I have a little proposition for you that I know you'll love. I'm interested, you reply. Just then, the telephone rings in the next room. Fix yourself a drink while I answer the phone, says Baines. So this is Jesse Baines, the Death Angel. You step up the bar and peruse the selection of beverages. Uh-oh. Baines draws his gun and aims it directly at you. Hold it right there, pig, he shouts. It seems one of our card-playing comrades recognises your ugly mug from a minor misunderstanding he had with the Heat a while back. You're about to find out just how much I hate cops. Just then, a knock on the door diverts Baines' attention. You dive to the floor and struggle to remove the derringer from your cane. A loud crash and the door flies open. Your backups have arrived. Baines is taken down in the barrage of gunfire. In the twinkling of an eye, the shootout is over. Sprawled unconscious on the carpet with a near-fatal belly wound lies Jesse Baines, the Death Angel. Jesse Hiram Baines, the Death Angel, was brought to justice and tried in the Superior Court of the City of Lytton on the following charges. Charge: illegal gambling. Hotel Delphoria bartender Woody Roberts turned state's evidence and, as a witness for the prosecution, in return for a suspended sentence and 3 years probation, provided convincing testimony concerning the gambling activities of Jesse Baines, Otto Lipschitz, and Gene the Bambino Bamboni. Charge: drug trafficking. Drug pusher Donald D. Colby turned state's evidence and, as a witness for the prosecution, in return for a suspended sentence and 5 years probation, provided convincing testimony concerning the Baines narcotics distribution network. Charge: attempted murder. Lytton PD detectives Bonds, Anglin, and Smith presented eyewitness testimony concerning the shootout at the Hotel Delphoria. Charge: first-degree murder. Ballistic tests provided a positive match between Baines' .32 caliber automatic handgun and the weapon used to murder Jason Tasselli. And now the results of that trial. The Honourable Judge Kim Palmer asked the foreman of the jury, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached your verdict? The foreman answers, yes we have, Your Honour. Bailiff, please bring the jury's verdict to me. Bailiff, please read the jury's verdict to the court. Charge, illegal gambling. Guilty as charged. Charge, drug trafficking. Guilty as charged. Charge, attempted murder. Guilty as charged. Charge, first-degree murder. Guilty as charged. Mr. Baines, please rise for sentencing. Do you have any last statement before I pronounce sentencing? Baines looks straight into your eyes. No, Your Honour. Then under his breath, he hisses across the aisles, Bonds, you're a dead man. Staring intently at Baines, Judge Palmer says firmly, Jesse Hiram Baines, you are hereby sentenced to a total of 97 years in the state penitentiary without possibility of parole. The courtroom erupts in a spontaneous applause. You smile broadly until you catch Baines glaring holes through your skull. You know your life is not yet free of the death angel. Three days passed. With Baines safely ensconced in the state's penitentiary at Vacaville, the city of Lytton is once again quiet, peaceful community freed from the grasp of the death angel. Following a ticker tape parade down Main Street in Your Honour, a huge crowd is gathered on the courthouse steps. Mayor Fuddrucker and Chief Whipplestick wait at the top steps while you pass through the department honour guard. Sonny Mons, the mayor reads, As mayor, I wish to express the appreciation of the people of the city of Lytton for your service to them and present you with the expression of our gratitude, the key to the city. Congratulations, you've won Police Quest. You're a true veteran police officer, proven in the line of duty. We hope you've enjoyed playing. Alright, so, basically, we have now finally completed Police Quest. This has been a massive 5-part marathon. And as we can see here, Sweet Cheeks Marie's come out from nowhere and given us a big kiss. This Police Quest is basically the first in the line of many. Police Quest 2 leads on pretty much straight from where this one ends. We're starting kind of our life again as a cop. We're now a detective, so I've been promoted. But then directly after that, Jesse Baines escapes from prison and then begins his vengeful wrath towards us. I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough. If you have, give it a big thumbs up. It doesn't cost you guys a thing and it does help the channel to grow. If you're enjoying this format of things, also please consider subscribing and having a look at the other videos on the channel. There's many others, including Space Quest and some King's Quest, and there's something there really for everybody. Thanks again so much for watching, and thanks for the patience for making it through to this 5th part. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.